Hare Krishna. I'll sing small kirtan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadramaya Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Harinam Sankirtan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttamaśloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. So, we are continuing our discussion with the second canto, 8th chapter, and we are done with 5th shloka yesterday, and we will continue today with 6th shloka. Please repeat after me. Dhautatma Purusha Krishna Pada Moolam Namunchati Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Panta Sva Sharanam Yadha. Dhautatma Purusha Krishna Pada Moolam Namunchati Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Panta Swasharanam Yadha. Dhautatma Purusha Krishna Pada Moolam Namunchati Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Panta Swasharanam Yadha. Tautatma Purusha Krishna Padamulam Namunchati. Dautatma Purusha Krishna Padamulam Namunchati. Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Pantasva Sharanam Yatha. Dautatma Purusha Krishna Padamulam Namunchati. Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Pantasva Sharanam Yatha. Mataji. Dautatma Purusha Krishna Adamulam Namunchati. Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Pantasva Sharanam Yatha. Mataji. Anyone wants to try? Okay. We'll go with word to word meaning. Dhautatma, whose hurt has been cleansed. Purushaha, the living being. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Padamulam, the shelter of the lotus feet. Na, never. Munchati, gives up. Mukta, liberated. Sarva, all. Parikleshaha, of all miseries of life. Pantaha, the traveler. Swasharanam, in his own abode. Yadha, as it were. Translation. A pure devotee of the Lord, whose hurt has once been cleansed by the process of devotional service, never relinquishes the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, for they fully satisfy him, as a traveler is satisfied at home after troubled journey. We'll read purport by His Divine Grace Abhecharana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One who is not a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord Krishna is not completely cleansed in the hurt, but a perfectly cleansed person never quits the devotional service of the Lord. In discharging such devotional service as ordered by Brahmaji to Narada in the preaching of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, sometimes a representative of the Lord engaged in preaching work meets various so-called difficulties. This was exhibited by Lord Nityananda when he delivered the two fallen souls, Jagai, Madhai, and similarly Lord Jesus Christ was crucified by the non-believers. But such difficulties are very gladly suffered by the devotees in preaching, because in such activities, although apparently very severe, the devotees of the Lord feel transcendental pleasure because the Lord is satisfied. Prahlad Maharaja suffered greatly, but still he never forget the lotus feet of the Lord. This is because a pure devotee of the Lord is so purified in his hurt that he cannot leave the shelter of Lord Krishna in any circumstances. There is no self-interest in such service. The progress of culturing knowledge by the jnanis or the bodily gymnastics by the yogis are ultimately given up by the respective performers. But a devotee of the Lord cannot give up the service of the Lord, for he is ordered by his spiritual master. Pure devotees like Narada and Nityananda Prabhu take up the order of the spiritual master as the sustenance of life. They do not mind what becomes of the future of their lives. They take the matter very seriously, as the order comes from the higher authority, from the representative of the Lord or from Lord himself. The example set herein is very appropriate. A traveler leaves home to search for wealth in far distant places, sometimes in the forest and sometimes on the ocean and sometimes on hilltops. Certainly, there are many troubles for the traveler when he is in such unknown places, but all such troubles are at once mitigated as soon as the sense of his family affection is remembered, and as soon as he returns home, he forgets all such troubles on the way. A pure devotee of the Lord is exactly in a family tie with the Lord, and therefore he is undeterred in discharging his duty in full affectionate tie with the Lord. Okay, we'll pray. Go with the pranam mantras. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadhanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrushabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are in Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 8th chapter, 6th shloka. So yesterday we were understanding the 5th verse where His Grace Sarvapriya Ram Prabhu explained very well. Just to recap, and then we can see what is the connection between the previous shloka and today's shloka, and then we'll continue our discussion with the 6th shloka. So in 5th shloka it is mentioned like Pravishta Karnarandhrena Swanam Bhava Saroruham Dhunoti Shamalam Krishna Salilasya Yadhasharat. So in translation it said that the sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, she enters into the heart of the self-realized devotee. Actually we take Harinam, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and we are always discussing about Krishna and Krishna's pastimes, and always we try to be in the Krishna consciousness, right? So with that, what happens? Pravishta Karnarandrena. Whatever we are taking the names, and what we are doing, and whatever the chanting we are doing, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and in the morning, we will be doing it bit loudly, and so that reaches our ears, right? And from there it goes into our heart, and our heart is purified. So that way enters into the heart of self-realized devotee, who realizes the God consciousness, who understands the devotional service, and who understands that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and automatically that sound vibration, sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, which enters into our heart and which cleanses our heart and our soul. So from here we can see in the next shloka, okay, cleansing is happened and the pure devotee are becoming a devotee towards Krishna and Krishna consciousness, and he's taking the shelter of Krishna, and then what will happen with that pure devotee? In this sloka it is mentioned, pure devotee of the Lord whose heart has once been cleansed by the process of devotional service. So in previous sloka we understood that after hearing and doing the devotional services, and the heart is cleansed and the soul is purified, and he becomes a pure devotee. And what will happen with that pure devotee? So in this sloka it is mentioned, he never relinquishes the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. He never go away from lotus feet of Krishna. He always there in the service of Krishna, right? So because he understood the taste of Krishna name, Krishna form, Krishna's leelas, whatever he done in the past, everything he relishes actually. So relishness and relinquishes means like leaving it, going away from the lotus feet. But when he becomes a pure devotee, he never go away from the lotus feet of Krishna. So that is a kind of, pravishta karanarandrena. It's a kind of process where we understand the pastimes of Krishna, and we take the name of Krishna and we do japa and chant and be happy. That way the purification process will happen. Okay. So I will show you a few slides. So in the beginning itself, actually this discussion is happening between Sukadeva Goswami and Pariksit Maharaj, right? So we can see how the hearing process purifies the soul. It's the best example of Pariksit Maharaj, where we regularly Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Why we are doing this Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya? Because Sukadeva Goswami clearly mentioned all these shlokas and the pastimes of Krishna to Pariksit Maharaj, and he heard Shravanam. He's done very nice Shravanam, and that is given forward to us with different devotees like Sukadeva Goswami given to Pariksit Maharaj, and from there Suta Mahamuni and other disciples came into the this material world, and that knowledge is flowing until this moment. So Maharaja Pariksit is one of the best example. He is among the most intelligent men of Maharaja Pariksit. He is such a nice, intelligent, and he is a king, right? So when he accidentally cursed by the Brahmana, he will be going to die in 7 days, in a week time he is going to die. He is going to leave his material body. And then actually Pariksit Maharaj, he is a devotee by birth, right? How I think most of us already discussed about Prahlad Maharaj, Pariksit Maharaj pastimes, and how it happened. He was there in the womb of his mother, and Narada Mahamuni was explaining about the Bhagavatam, about Krishna, and he was listening where he is in the womb. His mother sleeps. What is his mother name? Sorry. Kayadu, yeah. Kayadu was sleeping in the Narada Mahamuni ashram, and Narada Mahamuni was continuously explaining about Krishna, and from womb, he is listening. Pariksit Maharaj is listening, right? Sorry, Prahlad Maharaj is listening. So that way the Shravanam happened with Prahlad Maharaj, and Pariksit Maharaj is where he was in the womb. Krishna, he saw Krishna, and from there he was continuously searching for Krishna. Where is he? I have seen such a nice, beautiful, handsome face. I am not able to understand where is he. Continuously searching for that, and that is the reason he became Pariksit. Pariksit is in the Sanskrit, it is you are keenly observing where is he, and he is looking at everyone and is trying to understand where is he, where is Krishna, who protected me. So that is a kind of Pariksit Maharaj, and when he understood that I am going to leave this physical body, this material body, and he thinks that, okay, what is my next step? What should I do? Antyakalecha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. So I need to listen, I need to dwell with the Krishna's pastimes. So that is the only possibility I have to leave this physical body in a right direction. So there are many, as he is king, there are many rishis came to him and he explained, and finally the Sukadeva Goswami comes to him. Actually, Sukadeva Goswami never stops anywhere. He is such a elevated devotee of Krishna. He always moves around the world, around the universes, and he is continuously traveling to preach. But when he reaches to Pariksit Maharaj, and then Maharaja Pariksit starts listening to the Bhagavatam. That means, like, again, Pravishta Karnarandrena, and it is Shri Radha Madhav ki, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai Sudarshan ki, Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So, Sukadeva Goswami is the youngest contemporary saint, also arrived there, and he was unanimously accepted to preside at the meeting. So he is given Vyasadeva, and he started explaining about the Bhagavatam, explaining about the Krishna's pastimes. Right? Then that way he purified his heart, and by the time he leaves his material body, he is fully in the consciousness of Krishna. So that way, how we can become a pure devotee? The pure devotee of the Lord whose heart has once been cleansed by the process of devotional service. He never quits the lotus feet of Krishna. So that way we can take, we can understand how Pariksit Maharaj became a pure devotee and how he relishes the pastimes of Krishna. And if we see, okay, move to the, yeah, so this is a kind of topmost yoga system, Shravanam, Kirtanam. There are 9 limbs of bhakti: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dhasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. So which is starting with Shravanam. So this is the best example of Pariksit Maharaj. He is done Shravanam. And who done with the Kirtanam? Sukadeva Goswami in this scenario, where Sukadeva Goswami is continuously explaining, and we can say both are in the part of Shravanam and Kirtanam, because he is also asking, Pariksit Maharaj is also asking the questions and he is explaining and so on. So this is the real position of Maharaja Pariksit, and basically that is one of the what I feel one of the best reason why we are introduced with everyday Bhagavatam Shravanam in ISKCON, right? And that way we can purify our heart, as it's very difficult for us to understand, listen continuously Bhagavatam and be in the Krishna consciousness. So if we start with the Shravanam part in the morning with the Bhagavatam, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, and then we can, rest of the day we will be in the mood of Krishna, and we go out and we serve Srila Prabhupada's mission in the ISKCON. So that is a kind of, that this is the topmost yoga system. There is no other yogas, other meditation processes which are needed to get, to achieve the lotus feet of Krishna. Right? You understand my point? The topmost yoga system is Shravanam and Kirtanam. That way we become purified. Okay? And then we take one more example, Prahlad Maharaj. Why we are taking Prahlad Maharaj as an example? In the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions, right? sometimes a representative of the Lord engaged in preaching work meets various so-called difficulties, right? That means like every time Prahlad Maharaj was suffered a lot. Who is his father's name? Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu was trying to kill him because he always taking the name of Vishnu. He always says Namo Narayanaya. And then Hiranyakashipu is enemy. And Vishnu is enemy of Hiranyakashipu. He became like very anger, and because Hiranyaksha is killed by Mahavishnu, so he killed Mahavishnu killed Hiranyaksha, so he became envious. How he killed my brother? I want to take revenge. As a kind of, he is continuously thinking about Krishna, about Vishnu. He wants to kill. But he got a son, as we were discussing, is a Maha-Bhagavata. Yesterday when I was talking to one of the person regarding this school program, and one person was asking about the child Bhagavat. we have a famous YouTube videos were there, right? Bhagavat, and he is continuously preaching about Krishna consciousness, and he is trying to distribute the books and so on. So that way he came in contact with him, and he was asking like how the small child become such a great devotee, or he's continuously talking about Krishna. And at least based on my understanding, I explained him that his mother was reading Bhagavatam when he was there in the womb. And Prahlad Maharaj is also a great example in that way in the scriptures, that he is great devotee of Krishna. That way he is continuously taking the name, and Hiranyakashipu sends him to the school of the Rakshasas. There also he continuously teaches about Vishnu only. And then Hiranyakashipu tries, we know all the story, and just I will give a brief on that. Like Hiranyakashipu tries to kill Prahlad Maharaj. Continuously he tries to kill with weapons, and tries to kill with the snakes, and he tries to kill with the elephant, and you can see the pictures, right? And he also throw into fire also. But he always, what he's doing, Prahlad Maharaj is always in the Krishna consciousness. He fully engaged in Krishna consciousness. Not even single moment he is away from his lotus feet of Krishna. He is always taking the name of Vishnu. So this is a great example. Whatever the difficulties the devotee gets in their lives, they never quits the lotus feet of Krishna. They always holds tightly. Whether you give me troubles, whether you give me happiness, I never quit your lotus feet. That is the real mood of Vaishnava, right? Real mood of a pure devotee. That way we can understand. So when the people, when the devotees are Krishna consciousness, we always, maybe there is a possibility that we get the troubles while preaching, and while going for the book distribution, while doing the services, but what we have to do, or we can learn from Prahlad Maharaj and Pariksit Maharaj, every moment, every time, hold of Krishna's lotus feet, never quit the lotus feet of Krishna. So that way we can understand how Prahlad Maharaj became a great pure devotee after hearing the Krishna Katha, right? And then we go forward and we see our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. He faced how many challenges. We when we were reading the Prabhupada Leela Amrita, we understand, and recently His Grace Radhakan Prabhu was reading the during on the Ekadashi day. Prabhupada was, might be it looks like very simple, but if we compare with the current situation, he was washing his own cloth, he was cooking for the devotees in the beginning. If we go even in initial stages also, for example, when he goes to US, using Jaladhuta, he got 2 heart attacks. Still he survived, and his only intention is to serve Krishna and spread the message of Krishna consciousness. So there are many issues, many problems he faced. When he reached there, he don't have any money. I think he went with 45 Indian rupees. He went there, and no one knows him. And somehow the other way around, he went into different families, and he was preaching to the drunkard, and he was facing quite many problems. From the government also he was facing in the beginning. Prabhupada's mission is giving some psychological treatments to the people, and they are becoming devotees of Krishna, and they are shaving their heads and coming into the Krishna consciousness, and roaming on the roads and loudly saying Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And then few people also put cases on Srila Prabhupada's mission, but he single-handedly handled many problems, right? And we all know how he was written the books, written the Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita over the nights, and we listen to many lectures on Srila Prabhupada, where he was continuously writing. Over the night he was sleeping for only 2 hours. How difficult it is. If we sleep bit late at 11 o'clock, for us it's very difficult to wake up in the morning at 3:30, 4 o'clock. And we take excuses. And we take excuse, okay, sometimes I feel if I slept late and okay, today I will go to Bhagavatam class. Even it is very difficult for me to reach to the Bhagavatam class, with different things which are happening in the life. So the seriousness of Srila Prabhupada, intention to serve the Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada's mood was, sky high. And so he faced many challenges to come up with the Bhagavatam and come up with the printing. And I was listening to the other lectures and other devotees who are giving the lecture on this topic, and it is mentioned like sometimes Srila Prabhupada was went to Delhi, and he is holding the books and distributing in the summer, during this April time. You can understand how hot it is outside. For some time, if we start going to cultivate the donors, or going out to book distribution, and we try to manage our timings in such a way that we are comfortable. But Srila Prabhupada, in the beginning, he went outside and he was distributing the books, and he got sunstroke. It is almost like kind of dead situation. But his intention is only one thing, to spread the Krishna consciousness. So this sloka clearly explains how the pure devotees works for Krishna, and how the pure devotees spread the message of Krishna consciousness. Right? It's very tough to understand what kind of energies Srila Prabhupada got. But at the same time, many problems he faced. But he never gave up in the service of this thing. And he also faced the problems to get the printing done for the books in the beginning. But now we have nicely covered, and with a hardcover, and we have Bhagavatam sets in our homes, by paying some money, and we get full set. We take a photograph of it, and we take it into and put it into the shelf. And it goes on, time goes on, but it's very difficult to get the book out and read it. If we have to have a desire, and might be we pray Srila Prabhupada to give us energy to read his books, and so that we realize the Krishna consciousness, right? Otherwise, it's the efforts which Srila Prabhupada faced, we might need to understand, and if we haven't started, and we can start reading the Bhagavatam books. And I took few pictures, from our ISKCON Attapur devotional service in ISKCON. Everyone knows like how it is difficult traveling Sankirtan party. When I was in the beginning, when I connected to ISKCON Attapur, I was seeing this traveling Sankirtan party bus. And one day, Nimai Nityananda Chandra Prabhu asked me to, can you, join us in the book distribution? And we went. And my son Harshit also went to, one of the signal in nearby high-tech city. And it was raining. And there are already raincoats are available in the bus. And each one got one raincoat, and we wear. And few of the devotees even they don't get, because maybe there are few, but the devotees are more. And distributing the books, this is a kind of first experience for me. And what kind of enthusiasm these devotees having, irrespective of whether it is raining, irrespective of whether it is sun, hot sun, we are trying to distribute the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam set every day. Traveling Sankirtan party devotees, even we were thinking, from congregation also, congregation devotees goes to some village where no plans, like as traveling Sankirtan party devotees goes to different villages and they don't have any plan, okay, where to stay and what to cook and what to eat, right? I mean, might be little bit planning, but not exactly don't know like where we are going to stay, whether it's a school, it's in a government panchayati office, or if you go to the school and someone may come and says that, hey, I have nice arrangement for you, and then when you reach there, might be you have tables or benches, you may lay down. It's very difficult, right? But considering the happiness which we are getting out of these services, and serving to Krishna and serving to ISKCON and serving to Srila Prabhupada mission, we are taking that pain. Actually, if you compare, if you understand and material or physical body level, it is painful, right? It's very difficult to sleep on the benches. It's very difficult. Nowadays, if you go to the villages, you cannot imagine how many mosquitoes are there. And we recently went to Suryapet program, and it's huge. You cannot imagine. Those are like thousands of mosquitoes are coming in. So doing the outreach programs, apartments, managing everything. So why I'm saying this is it's a kind of process, what I feel, where to purify ourselves and going near to the Krishna and pleasing Srila Prabhupada. Book distribution is one of the great goal, mission, secret success story of Srila Prabhupada mission is book distribution. We say that we distribute the books, and those books will be there in their houses. One experience I have, I met one of the donor and I was explaining him. These are kind of, these Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam books are time bombs. And if we give this book, might be that person is not really interested, but he goes and he keeps the book inside his home. And after few days, after few months, after a few years, maybe he get an opportunity to read. Otherwise, one devotee will born into that family and read. I was explaining that to that donor, and after 10-15 minutes, one person came into his cabin, and he was telling, like, on the discussion itself, he was mentioning that I have Bhagavad Gita book at my home. I purchased it long back. Might be, I think he also took membership and he got the book. But he never opened that book. But now his son is in US, and his son is there. When he comes back, he opens that book and he teaches to him, to the grandfather, and he was very happy. He was sharing this experience, and the other devotee was mentioning, yeah, you said this is true, and it is a real example where you can see, the book is there in long time in his house, no one is touched, but after 15-20 years or 25 years, someone came in and reading the Bhagavad Gita. So that is, real motto of distributing the Bhagavad Gita books. And Food for Life is a big challenge. Our cooking team led by Madhurkanaya Prabhu and all other devotees are always giving helping hand. It's hot summer, and we are distributing 1 lakh free meals during Sri Ramanavami. How difficult it is to bear with the heat which is coming from the gas stoves, right? It's very hot. But the intention are, I think, the devotees who are cooking, they never feel that hotness, because we are serving Srila Prabhupada, we are serving Sri Krishna, and we are serving the mission. That way, there are many difficulties, in devotional service of ISKCON to purify ourselves and going toward Krishna. And it is also mentioned in the purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jagai Madhai, deliverance, special kindness of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We know very well about this story. Jagai Madhai were, I think, they born into Brahmin family, but they are habituated for the bad things, and they are drinking, and they are always be in the those shops. And Nityananda Mahaprabhu was very merciful. He goes into each and every door and knocks the door and asks, please chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Waking up and asking them to chant loudly Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He was so merciful. God, he himself going to the door and he is asking to take the name of the Lord. That way he went to Jagai Madai and he was asking, okay, take the name of the Lord. And Jagai Madai were drunkard. I mean, they are fully drunken, and Madai takes the pot and hits the head of the Nityananda Mahaprabhu. And this news goes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very angrily comes to the place, and he was almost very angry, and he come up with a farm, and he took out the Sudarshan Chakra and he wanted to kill those Jagai Madai. But immediately Nityananda Mahaprabhu asked, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Nama. Your form is not for killing. Your form is to give the Harinam, to love, affection, and asking them, with a loving, relationship. So that is the mood of, our International Society for Krishna Consciousness, right? We keep on going to the people and preaching and giving. That way, finally, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, excuses them with the request of Nityananda Mahaprabhu, and then Jagai Madai realizes, I have done something wrong to this, Nityananda Mahaprabhu, but still he's excusing us. Such a great personality. And immediately they realized, and they surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered. So we can see the problems faced by Nityananda Mahaprabhu during his preaching activity. To become, we can understand that. So then what is our goal? What we have to do after this? Chant and be happy. Satatam kirtayanto mam yadantascha dhudavratah namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. right? Whatever the examples we have seen, Pariksit Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, and Nityananda Mahaprabhu, he himself, he set an example. Yadyadacharate shreshtas tattadeveta rojanah sayat pramanam gurute lokastadanuvartate. Nityananda Mahaprabhu is such a great devotee of Krishna, and he shown us how to preach. He himself shown us, no need to shy, no need to feel, down. If someone says, it might be during the book distribution, we might face a lot of challenges. If someone, we knocks the, window of any car and someone might be rashly saying, get out. And someone may say that, why you are keep on coming, continuously you are coming and asking us to take the books. I already have one book. I already have 10 books. Why you are giving again and again? Please stop. Even when we are going to the cultivation and many people says, why you are distributing Bhagavad Gita books in the signals? Bhagavad Gita is such a great scripture of our culture, our India, and you people, why you are distributing Bhagavad Gita books in the signals? Why don't you change that this thing? And that's a kind of great opportunity given by Krishna to explain them what is the importance of Bhagavad Gita, and what is the condition of the souls in the Kali Yuga, and where they are completely engaged in the material things, and they are not able to come out of that situation. So the devotees are so merciful, so kind, and they are going and coming towards your door and your car, your bike, and giving the Bhagavad Gita books. What is wrong with that? You can get and you can eat anything outside, and you can go and on the streets and you can purchase anything and you can eat it, which is giving you some troubles in your health. But Bhagavad Gita is such a book, Bhagavatam is such a book which gives you the purification in your life. You can understand, we can understand the importance of the human form of life. That's a kind of great opportunity for us to preach in such a way. Chant and be happy. And prayers by King Kulashekara. This is one of the example. Prabhuji, can you read it? Mike is there. You are right. This,
Krishna Tvadiya Pada Pankaja Panjarantam Adyaiva me. Correct only, na? Okay. Adyaiva me Vishatu Manasaraja Hamsaha.
Ajaiva me Vishatu Manasaraja Hamsaha.
Prana Prayana Samaye Kafavata Pittaihi.
Prana Prayana Samaye Kafavata Pittaihi.
Kantavarodhana Vidhau Smaranam Kutaste.
Kantavarodhana Vidhau Smaranam Kutaste. Okay. Translation. My Lord Krishna, I pray that the swan of my mind may immediately sink down to the stems of the lotus feet of your Lordship and be locked up in their network. Otherwise, at the time of my final breath, when my throat is choked up with cough, how will it be possible to think of you? Why we are doing all these devotional service? Why do we need to, take this much pain, to, get the happiness? As we are saying, chant and be happy. But how do we get the happiness? Why do we need to get that happiness, or why do we need to do the continuous chanting? Here, King from prayers, King Kulashekara, he is clearly mentioning, at the time of death, what will happen? My voice may choke up. Kapha, Vata, Pitta. There are many, nowadays there are many diseases. We don't understand what kind of disease to which organ it comes and it appears. At the time of death, it is very difficult to take your name. So, otherwise, at the time of my final breath, when my throat is choked up with cough, maybe I wanted to take your name, but suddenly the cough came up. I was suffering with that. So what he is saying that when I am having nice energy and where I take the name of you, please take me away, and so that I leave this physical body, material body, and I come to you. That's a kind of mood of King Kulashekara. And there are great devotees like Ambarish Maharaj, where he says Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayor Vacham Sivai Kunta Gunanuvarnane in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 9.4.18 to 20, where how to do the devotional service and proceed with the service towards Lord Krishna. And there is one point I wanted to mention at the last. This last paragraph, we can see the example set herein is very appropriate. A traveler leaves home to search for wealth in far distant places, sometimes in the forest and sometimes on the ocean and sometimes on the hilltops. So we can take this example as there are jnanis, yogis. They try to understand the scriptures. They become scholars of Bhagavad Gita, become scholars of Bhagavatam, and they can quote any shloka from anywhere. Nice jnanis. And there are yogis. They keep on meditating and trying to get the siddhis. And go out and try hard. How it is very difficult, how difficult it is, to meditate, and at least especially in this Kali Yuga, it's very difficult to do meditate, right? So similarly, here Srila Prabhupada taken, an example in such a way that the person who goes out and tries very hard to get the wealth, right? Nowadays it's very common, who are working in a IT industry or in the businesses or whatever the situation where he is in, from morning till night or even midnight, works very hard to earn and to enjoy, to give satisfaction to the senses, sense gratification, fully sense gratification. We buy a house with 5 crores or 10 crores, and to complete the loans, we go with wife and husband continuously working for 24 hours. There is no other things which are left with in the house. In the morning, you take the phone, order Zomato, order Swiggy, and get the food, eat it fastly, and go to office, and come back and again order and eat and sleep. For what? For only trying to get the sense gratification, at least over the weekends. In the beginning of my career in IT, we used to see the movies like on Friday night until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and sleep the next day in the morning until 12 p.m. That is a kind of what we have seen, that gives an impression that this is right, what it is, But gradually, when we get in touch with Krishna consciousness and when we understand the importance of the human form of life and what is sense gratification, what all these senses are playing a role, that way we can understand. So here we go out and the person goes out and tries hard to get the wealth. But when he comes back to his home and he feels relaxed, right? He goes to bed, or he have nice cup of tea or coffee or milk or whatever he likes, and he will be sitting peacefully. Similarly, what we can understand, jnanis, yogis, they go and they try out, to reach out to the Supreme, but it is very difficult. But when they understand that the final destination of this spiritual, spiritual yatra, what we can say, or the destination is this Nama Sankirtana in the Kali Yuga. Okay, it's very simple and straightforward. Once we understand, we try outside and we reach out to the many people, many yogis, jnanis, and we understood that it is not going to work out. But what is, homely feeling? That is our Srila Prabhupada's mission, where, we continuously do simple and nice chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Right? This is the kind of homely, what we can understand from this, family affection. We have our beloved Shri Shri Radha Madhav. We are in the family of Radha Madhav, and with a great Guru, Srila Prabhupada, who is taking us towards Krishna consciousness and, trying to make us pure devotees. There are many exemplary gurus in ISKCON, where everyone is trying very hard to, bring the people into Krishna consciousness and give the Krishna consciousness with a nice prasadam, right? So that we sail our boat very easily and reach out to Krishna's lotus feet. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any comments or questions? No? That's very nice. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grandharaj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.